And the next person, or actually group that we're announcing, is Compagnie 24. And here we have Priam. Welcome to the podcast, Priam.
Thank you. Thanks, Lewis. Thanks, Evin.
It's really great to have you here, and really excited to hear everything about the company, everything about the show, which we heard is going to be a 1 hour Diablo show here on the EJC. Could you please just tell us about the show, everything that's in it, and everything we can expect to see?
The idea was to make a bigger team of diabolists, European diabolists, and in a long show with a theater in it, with speaking. So we can learn a lot about the story of each character, but the character are the artist actually. Each artist play his own role, so they tell stories about their real life, and each artist come from one direction, and they meet in the stage. They don't. It's like they don't know before. And during the show, they will meet, and at the end, they will make a real team to perform a long choreography of 15 minutes, maybe a little more, with the famous music, Boléro de Ravel. I don't know if you know this famous music.
No.
It's most famous classical French music.
Okay.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we have heard it, but I don't know the
I'm
name.
sure I'm
Yeah.
sure you probably have.
Yeah, Boléro de Ravel. It's very, very famous in France, but I heard that it's the most famous classical French song in the world. So, okay. And this music is very repetitive. I don't know if you can say this. It's repeating some same melody every time and so on, but it's growing, and more instruments, more and more loud, and so the choreography is like this also, with more and more Diaboléro, and it's 8 people doing the same choreography at the end. Not the same, but it's a team choreography.
Wow.
All the beginning of the show, it's only solos, maybe duos, some little things with all the team, but it's very short. But at the end, it's only 20 minutes, only Team Diaboléro with the classical music. Yeah.
Did you choreograph it?
Not really. So we have a stage manager,
Yeah.
who is also choreograph about the movement of the body, and who is also leading the play of the characters. And my role, is more about the juggling. So the choreography of juggling, because before the show, for 20 years, me and my friends, we have done a lot of research of collective Diaboléro, team Diaboléro tricks. So we have plenty of stuff, of new stuff with Team Diaboléro. It's quite different than what they do in Asia. So it's very European style, Team Diaboléro tricks. So we have a lot of videos, a lot of tricks and stuff. So the idea was to put this in a show. Yeah.
Wow. We did watch the video. There's some very dynamic movements and stuff like that. Very cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, so it kind of sounds like that it's kind of first everyone are introducing themselves in a way with their personal stories, and after a while it's just growing in the complexity of how many people, how many Diablos. And then is it kind of going to be like kind of at the end that it's where the peak is in a way? Is
Yeah,
that,
the
plan?
show is going like that. All the show is like this. Yeah.
Wow, okay. That's really interesting. And
Because the music is like this also. The Boléro de Ravel is very built like this. So
yeah,
we do the same for the Diaboléro. Yeah.
I'm wondering how is it to plan out a Diablo act with a or a show with 8 people together. Like, how do you choreograph all of this? How do you plan all this? How is it to collaborate like with that many people at the same time? I guess it will be hard to manage in a way. Can you talk a little bit about this process of making the show?
Yeah, that was really a point during the creation, and the creation is still on. We finally we decided that for every part of the show we want to work, we need to choose, or we need to have a leader, someone who direct everybody else. To say, okay, you go there, you do like this. This is the idea, and this guy can test many things, and we can try many weird things sometimes, but we have to trust him. And if we do that, at the end, everybody knows what is good, what is not good, what we keep, what we don't keep. And maybe for another part, it would be another leader. And so everybody in the team, we can play this role of leader, just to lead the artist for one movement, one tricks, one yeah.
That's very interesting. Instead of kind of one main leader, you're kind of okay. Now you are the leader, but after that, this guy is going to be the leader.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Very cool. Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, that's fun for me. It was quite easy because I'm really used to be a leader and to direct people like this. But for young artists of the team, for them, it was the first time they have 8 people. They do what you want, but do what you want, what you have in mind. You have to show it, to explain it.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm wondering, how did all of you guys meet, or how did all of you guys decide to become a company together?
It's many different stories, but mainly it's EJC.
Okay. Oh, really? So EJC brought you together, basically.
Actually, for 20 years ago, I have we have released a DVD called Diaboléro, and this was a team of 9 Diaboléro artists, French. But most of us, we met in EJC 2002 and 2003. So it was Bremen and Svenborg.
Wow, crikey Moses, that's amazing.
Yeah, we meet there. We made some videos in EJC also. 10 years ago, another DVD, but a bigger group, and most of them we met also in EJC. So yeah, EJC for now many years, maybe more than 10 years. The Diaboléro player, most of them they know each other, and we organize a Diaboléro battle.
Oh yes, you are one of the organizers. Okay.
Yeah. Me, I was in the organization. I was in the jury. I was all the Diaboléro. We like to have this kind of moment, so we know each other, and we like to, because the Diaboléro
community
art Diaboléro is still growing every day. We find new tricks, and it's like this for quite a long time. Maybe I don't know, but for all my life, I played Diaboléro for 34 years, and every week we have new tricks. Every week it's still growing. It's still growing, and because of this, we like to meet and to share and to show the tricks we find, etc. So we create some friendships, maybe more than elsewhere, and we have a very good Diaboléro player. We like to be together, and so after EJC, sometimes we met just to do some research. Just to create new tricks, collective tricks. So we have done this many times for 10 years. And the idea was, okay, now what we do with this? And the idea was to make a show for EJC and then to make it also for theater. And so the project was launched 4 years ago. Yeah, 4 years ago. 2 years of research and now 2 years of creations. And it will be ready next summer.
Did he say the company 24? Is that your company?
Yeah. It's
Wow.
one I created in Lille, near the north of France. I created it 4 years ago. Yeah.
Cool.
And this show, how old is that? Is it completely new?
It's not yet ready. It will be.
Oh, okay.
The show will be ready. Actually, what we do in EJC is almost the show finished, but not totally finished because
Okay.
we won't have the lights. You know, all
Wow.
the light of
Yeah.
the light moving and what we do with lights. These things, the lights we created, we will create it in September, and the real premiere of the show is in September. But
Interesting.
EJC asked us if we can do it in August. We say yes, we can, but without the lights. So
Okay.
it was
Okay.
just normal light and full light.
Yeah.
But in EJC we play in a top, so it's okay. But a big top, you know.
Yep.
And after the show from September and after, it will tour in a theater. So in theater, it's more different and we have more possibilities for the lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes
So-
sense.
Oh.
Actually, in EJC, I don't think we can do exactly the lights like we want to do, but
Yeah.
So, at the EJC, is it going to be the first time you perform it?
no. Actually, in the team, many of us we have already performed at EJC, but as a solo player, because
No, but the show itself, because you said the premiere is in September, but you're performing it at the EJC. But
Yeah.
are you also performing it before the EJC?
no.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just EJC, just avant-première, we call that in French. Yeah, avant-première. It's like special
Before
show.
premiere, kind
Yeah,
of.
like a private show for guests, for special people. For Juggle.
Nice.
That's
Cool.
really cool.
Yeah.
Also, I just, we're not going to talk a lot about it, but I need to mention like Diablo Battle, because for me, that's the last years, it has kind of been maybe the highlight of the whole EJC.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how to do 2 Diablos yet, but I
Me neither.
love Diablo Battle. So please keep doing that. I would love to have an episode about Diablo Battle maybe one time as well,
100%. Yeah.
because this is a really cool concept that I feel like has been developing a lot over the years.
Yeah.
But yeah, we need to talk about the show in this episode right now. At the beginning, you mentioned theater. You mentioned that everyone are speaking. Are all of the Diablo players in this show, are they also experienced? What should I say? Are they experienced actors in a way as well?
Yeah. Most of them, they have been teach in a professional circus school. So in that school, they learn a lot of theater, of dance, and of course some juggling. So that's the base. And so they are very good actors. Yeah, they are jugglers, but still good actors, and dancers also. So it's juggling and theater and movement also.
Interesting.
Oh. I'm interested. I'm interested. What happens when someone falls ill or can't turn up? Because it's such a big group, it must affect the way you train and even perform.
It's very important to have all the team for every rehearsal. Yeah, for sure. For where we are now, we cannot replace someone by someone else, because the show, because each artist, he tells his own story, and it's very personal. So it's why the show works also, because it's you have a very strong feeling for the actors, because what you see is true, and you feel it, that it's only true stories. So it's very important to have everybody in the show, and we cannot replace. And if someone doesn't show up, it's a big problem, actually. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and also when you have such a big group, I guess also that a lot of them, or everyone probably, has their own strengths and weaknesses that you kind of have to play along with. How has this experience been to kind of figure out what person to put where in the show to make it as good as possible?
We like the weakness.
Okay, please tell us a little bit about that.
Actually, all the stories the people they tell, it's only about their own weakness.
Okay.
Wow, cool.
So this is quite interesting because you learn things. Okay, I didn't know that. Interesting. So that's really not important. And it's about Diaboléro. If you talk about Diabolo skill for the big choreography at the end, of course, we know some tricks. We know some people they have difficulties to make it. So it's not a problem for that to have some people not doing it or doing it another way. We don't really care about being all the same, doing exactly all the same tricks and to have everything perfectly synchronized. That's not the idea. This is more Asian style or Taiwanese style. We like to have some some problems, not problem, but default, default, little wrong things. You know, people can see it, but say, okay, that's the way we do it. We don't want something perfect.
Okay, interesting. Is there anyone in your group which has like a major standout for like for example, if you had the world's best Diablo, let's say you had someone that could juggle 10 Diablos. Is there anyone that has a specific skill either in the juggling aspect or the acting aspect or the dancing aspect that you're overemphasizing for the act?
Yeah. In the team, we have at least 4 or 5 Diabolo players. They are quite famous in the Diabolo world because they have created some special trick, or because they are the only ones in Europe or in the world that can do some special tricks. So we have very big skills, very big talents.
Cool.
And we try, of course, for each of them to have a moment to show up this trick. And for most of them, we do that in the first part where we are introducing each Diabolo artist. We have a story that is, we have text, we have speech. And at the same moment, sometimes the Diabolo, the artist can place his own Diabolo style. So we can see some different solos with different Diabolo style and personal tricks, unique tricks.
Cool. I like that.
I'm curious, could you tell us both about the name of the company, Compagnie 24, and also the name of the show, Diaboléro? Why have you chosen those names?
Yeah. So Diaboléro, it's quite easy to understand. We have, it's a mix between Diabolo, okay, and the song, the classical song we are using, which is quite famous, is called Boléro.
Ah, okay.
Boléro de Ravel. The Boléro from Ravel, Maurice Ravel, which is the player, not the player, the writer of music. And so Diabolo, Boléro.
All right.
Diabolo.
Okay.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, and for the Compagnie 24, it's more a company for my shows, for the shows of my friends, for all the jugglers I know, I like, and we need to have a company to help him to produce his show, to sell the show, to make the salaries and so on. So I didn't want, when I created the company 4 years ago, I wanted a name which is quite simple, which is not, which can be used by any of us, and we are quite different. So we don't want something very, like, I don't know, a name who puts you somewhere, you know? We don't want that. we want a name that is we don't understand it, so it's okay for me. I can use it because it's not me.
Yeah.
And 24, actually, it's just the number 24 is the juggling of 42. Okay, hello. I need to explain.
Is it from the movie
Yes.
Guardian of the Galaxy? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
We have this movie in the geek culture. And this number 42, the number 42 means is the big answer at for the big question about the life and universe. 42, and the juggling of it. Juggling is swapping object, so we swap the number. Okay. 24 is the juggling of the on the answer of the big question of the universe, something like this.
Oh, that's funny.
Cool. I like that. Nice.
Yeah. Okay. We're soon going to wrap up, but now I want to hear you talk about how do you want the energy in the audience to be throughout the show? Is the energy, do you want the energy for the audience going to build up, and be like this, or do you want it to be dynamic in a way? Do you want it to be silent in the beginning and then lots of sound, or what response would you like from us?
But because now I know the show, I know where we go and how it's done, the energy will do something like, we can say this like this, something like very slow at the beginning and very up and down and up and down. And at the end, it will be like this for 15 minutes. Because we have 8 artists, so all of them we can try different stage managing, different ambience and different sometimes it's party, sometimes you cry, sometimes you are a bit afraid, sometimes you feel very strange because it's so weird what they do on stage and you don't feel comfortable. It's very, because it's 1 hour show, the energy is very different, and it's 8 people, so because we focus on each of them, it's like mini stories in each, so it's very dynamic actually, very dynamic.
And what's the main thing that you want the audience to be left with when they leave the big top? What you want us to remember and think about?
The main purpose of the show is to say that even if we are all quite different, when we are together, we can do crazy things. And it's like EJC, it's like many things. It's team energy, So that's we want that to be seen in the show by the audience, of course. Yeah, that's it. I think so.
Cool, good answer.
Thank you very much, Priam and Compagnie 24 with their show that's coming to the EJC Diaboléro. Thank you so much for coming, and really looking forward to seeing all of you guys perform there.
Yeah,
thank you guys. Thanks a lot.
And then end up with this one.
Yeah.
Come on, join it.
Yeah, whoa.